Good morning. All right. December 4th, 2024. We're melting up. Literally just now hit 60.85 to the tick. And now we're pulling back just a little bit. This bullish imbalances are repaired right now. The ones that we had. Now we have a new one from the overnight session, which I didn't do the math, but this is the way I do it is I take the point of control, which is at 60, 80, 150. I'm gonna do it here. Oh, no video again? What is happening? All right, there you go. So we hit 60.85 to the tick. We're pulling back a little bit. What I was saying is that we have another bullish imbalance. One from yesterday and one from the overnight session. So the way I calculate from the overnight session is I do the point of control, subtract the overnight low, which is at 60.83, right? 60.83. No, 63, I'm sorry. So again, 60.8150 minus 60.63. That gives me 18.5 points. And I add that to the 60.8150. That gives me exactly 6,100. So the bullish imbalance that we have from the overnight section gets repaired at 6,100. And for yesterday's, I didn't do it, but if we do it now, you can see that it is at 60.7750. So that one is already repaired. So the one that we have pending would be 6,100. Okay, so basically bulls are still in control. We're melting up. Every dip is being bought. Don't try to short this because shorting this is really hard. Eventually we're gonna get a pullback, but shorting a market that is at all-time highs, at price exploration, no references above, in December, just don't try to short that. Trust me. Every dip right now is being bought. We haven't had that selling at the open like we've had for most of the last couple months. I haven't seen that the last few sessions. So we keep making new highs. So if you wanna join this, at least look for the pullbacks into those little bit of low volume nodes, like for example here. First test of that area was bought. See if you can have another one that hasn't been tested. I'm sorry. Like for example, in NQ we haven't tested this 21,370 area. So the first test of that should be a buy, at least for a few points through the range. So that's how I would approach this market. Just small scalps or building a position slowly, because I think that because we're opening outside of the range with inventory 100% long from yesterday's close, we are going to attract some sellers that want to fill that gap and eventually test this the overnight low, which is the same as the yesterday's settlement. So if that happens, if we accept inside the yesterday's value, then value area rule triggers, and then we should see a pullback back into the 60.54. Also, yesterday was an outside day. Outside days that close at the top of the range or close to the top of the range usually attract sellers, and we usually should see some kind of pullback. So I am bullish, but I'm expecting a pullback today at some point. Now, this could happen after we, sellers try to sell this, they are unsuccessful, they get squeezed. We have people throw the towel and chase the longs, and then we start seeing a pullback. So that could be a scenario that I think is more likely, right? Like people chasing this because they can't get any shorts going, and then we start seeing a shift. So watch the order flow, watch the pacing and the price action to give you a clue as to which way the order flow is coming in at. And watch volatility too for clue and ticks in the internals. That don't lose track of that. It's very easy to get caught in the short term moves. So keep an eye on both, on all the major indices and the internals, just to see when the order flow is going to change. Also, I like to look at the short-term charts, like a 1 minute and a 3 minute chart, to see when we start seeing lower highs and lower lows. Because if you have a chart that looks like this, like we had no swing lows to lean on. Look at the hourly, right? We haven't made a swing low since 60.47 on ES. On NQ, we haven't made a swing low on the hourly since down here. So we need to first make a swing low, then fail to make a new high, then take that swing low in order for this to change. And the first is going to happen in the shorter time frame. So keep an eye on those, right? Keep an eye on multiple time frames to get a clue of what's happening. Don't just try to short because you think that's the top. It usually doesn't. You could be lucky and get it, but it usually is not. It's not easy to catch tops. Now, in the event that we do get a pullback, I'm gonna be looking for, like I said, a move back to the point of the high volume node here, which is at 63, and then a move to value area low. Now, this is the area that we saw buyers yesterday. This has been holding the 60.44 to 60.40. What is this? 60.47. So this area right here should be short-term support. If we lose that, then we're gonna go through, retest the spike from this day, and then 60.30, and then 60.15. But so far, we're very far away from that. So NQ is very strong now. And we had this range extension projection from a while ago. I don't know if you remember, but a few weeks ago, we had taken this range and doubled it, and that was the projection. So it looks like we're going there to the 21,520, which is doubling of this range, which we had acceptance before. Then we came below. Now we traded through the whole range very quickly, and now it looks like we want to get there. Same thing, we're opening with a gap. In the event that we close that gap, watch the reaction there at yesterday's high, and then if we start trading inside the range, look for 21,220. That's the 5-day point of control. Crude, after our failed attempt to short yesterday, it seems like this area is holding really well. And I was looking at this is a 20-day volume profile. I was looking at the 90-day, the 365-day, to the 725-day, all those longer term profiles. And 70 was a big level. It's a level that had lots of volume previously. So we might, as long as this hold, like we could start shifting this 20-day point of control up here. So this is a key area, right? So if we start trading through this, then I would look for 69. But so far this is holding. So watch this. In the case that this holds and we start trading again back above this low volume area, then I'm gonna look for these two highs to be taken at 71.50. So that would be the target if we start pushing higher and accept above 70.50. Otherwise, if we get through the overnight range, then back to 69.20 and then 69. And gold, like I said, I thought that we were going to start accepting in this range again, and that's literally, we haven't done anything other than trade through this again. So 26.64 is a pretty strong magnet right now. All right, we have, what do we have? We have 9:45, we have PMI, we have Fed speaking now, we have ISM services, US factories, orders. So we have a lot of stuff. Then we have, at 10 a.m. we have a bunch of news, and at 10:30 today we have crude inventory. So, and then we have more Fed speaking at noon and Powell speaking at 1:45. So keep that, your eyes on the news. All right, and the melt up continues on NQ. Yes, still hasn't gone through that 60.85, but I think that 6100 is big magnet right now. Now, the other thing that I haven't mentioned is that we are starting to see some rollover activity, very light still, but this contract has 16 days to go. So the last week things get weird and choppy, and so, you know, just keep in mind that this next couple of weeks are not going to be the easiest to trade. So, you know, December is generally not that easy in my experience. The last week, you know, we get usually a rally. The second part of December we get Santa rally. But, you know, there's between contract rollover and end of the year, and, you know, it's not an easy price action. So just keep that in mind. All right, good luck.